Namaskar dosto. Imagine for a moment that you are holding a smartphone, but it is not like any phone you have ever seen. This device is a single seamless piece of glass. It is completely transparent. You can look right through it and see your hand on the other side. When it is off, it looks like a simple pane of glass, but with one tap, a vibrant display comes to life, floating in mid-air. This isn't a scene from a futuristic sci-fi movie. This is the very real future that technology companies are racing to build. It's a concept that challenges everything we know about how a smartphone should look and feel, transforming a device we use every day into something truly magical and almost unbelievable. So, what exactly is a transparent smartphone? In the simplest terms, it is a mobile phone where nearly every component is see-through. Think about your current phone. It has an opaque screen, a solid back panel made of plastic, glass, or metal, and inside, a dense collection of visible circuits, chips, and a solid battery. A transparent smartphone aims to eliminate all of that. The display itself would be transparent. The internal wires and processors would be invisible to the naked eye, and even the battery would be designed to be see-through. It is the ultimate expression of minimalist design, where the technology disappears, leaving only the experience. This is a fundamental shift from the smartphones we use today. Current phones are designed to hide their inner workings. We have bezels, notches, and now dynamic islands that all serve to house cameras and sensors. The internal components are packed tightly and concealed behind opaque layers. A transparent phone, however, is designed to be looked through. It is an open book. This presents an enormous engineering challenge, but also opens up a world of possibilities for design and functionality that we are only just beginning to imagine. It's not just about aesthetics. It's about redefining our relationship with the technology in our pockets, making it feel less like a tool and more like an extension of our world. The very idea of such a device forces us to reconsider what a phone is. For years, the industry has focused on making screens bigger, cameras better, and processors faster. But the basic form factor, a solid, opaque rectangle, has remained largely unchanged since the first iPhone. A transparent phone would be the most significant design evolution in the history of smartphones. It represents a leap into a new era, where the physical object becomes secondary to the digital information it presents. This is the kind of innovation that doesn't just create a new product, it creates an entirely new category and sets the stage for the next decade of personal technology. Chaliye, let's explore this further. Now, let's talk about the leak that has the entire tech world buzzing. Recently, some images and videos went viral, and they were not of your average smartphone. These leaks pointed towards a secret project by Xiaomi, reportedly codenamed Project Crystal. What we saw was astonishing. A prototype of a fully transparent smartphone. For years, we have seen concept renders from designers, but this appeared to be a functional device. According to the reports that followed, Xiaomi has been quietly working on this groundbreaking technology for several years, pouring immense resources into making this science fiction dream a reality. This isn't just another phone, it's a statement, a bold declaration of intent from Xiaomi. The significance of this leak cannot be overstated. In an industry where most new phones are just incremental upgrades over the previous year's model, Project Crystal is a massive disruption. It is a genuine innovation that could change the direction of the entire market. For a long time, companies like Apple have been the trendsetters, defining what a premium smartphone should be. With Project Crystal, Xiaomi is not just following trends, it is attempting to create a new one. If they succeed in bringing a fully transparent smartphone to the market, they will be seen as the ultimate innovators, leapfrogging competitors who have been playing it safe with minor design tweaks and spec bumps. This move positions Xiaomi as a pioneer, willing to take risks that others are not. Think about it. Creating a transparent phone involves solving some of the most complex engineering problems in consumer electronics today. It requires completely new materials, new manufacturing processes, and a complete reimagining of smartphone architecture. By taking on this challenge, Xiaomi is signaling to the world that it is no longer just a follower or a company known for offering value for money. It is aiming for the absolute pinnacle of technological leadership, a position that commands respect and captures the imagination of consumers everywhere. This project is their moonshot. The leak has sparked a global conversation about the future of mobile devices. Is this the next big thing? Will all our gadgets eventually become transparent? And the biggest question on everyone's mind, does this mean the era of Apple's design dominance is coming to an end? Project Crystal is more than just a product. It is a catalyst for change. It forces every other manufacturer, including the giants in Cupertino, to sit up and take notice. The race for the future of the smartphone has just been blown wide open, and Xiaomi, with its audacious Project Crystal, has fired the starting gun. The competition is about to get very, very interesting. So, how is it even possible to build a phone that you can see through? It sounds like magic, but it is actually the result of cutting-edge science and engineering. There are 4 main technical challenges that must be overcome, and Xiaomi seems to have a specific solution for each. The first and most obvious challenge is the display. Your current phone's OLED or LCD screen needs a back-layer to work, which makes it opaque. To solve this, Xiaomi is reportedly using a technology called transparent MicroLED. Each pixel in a MicroLED display is a tiny, self-lit LED. This means they don't need a backlight, and they can be placed on a transparent substrate, allowing light to pass through the gaps between them. The second major hurdle is making all the internal components invisible. A phone is filled with a complex web of circuits, processors, and chips, all mounted on a printed circuit board, or PCB. You can't just make these disappear. The rumored solution is to use circuits made from graphene. Graphene is a remarkable material. It is a single layer of carbon atoms, making it incredibly thin, strong, and semi-transparent. By arranging these graphene-based circuits in microscopic patterns, Xiaomi could effectively create wiring that is invisible to the human eye, allowing the phone to maintain its transparent aesthetic without sacrificing functionality. This is a huge step beyond just hiding components. The third, and perhaps the biggest, challenge is the battery. Batteries are traditionally dense, chemical-filled blocks, the most opaque part of any phone. How do you make a battery transparent? This is where the most futuristic technology comes into play. Xiaomi is reportedly investing heavily in solid-state transparent battery technology. Instead of the liquid or gel electrolytes found in today's lithium-ion batteries, a solid-state battery uses a solid material. The goal is to develop an ultra-thin, glass-like battery layer that can store energy while remaining almost completely see-through. This technology is still in its early stages, so achieving sufficient battery life will be a critical test. Finally, what about the cameras and sensors? A phone needs a front-facing camera, an earpiece, and various sensors for proximity and ambient light. Hiding these is the fourth pillar. The solution here is an advanced version of the under-display camera technology we have started to see in some phones. The camera module is placed behind the transparent micro-LED screen. When the camera is needed, the pixels in the screen area above it can become transparent to let light through to the sensor. When not in use, those same pixels display the image, making the camera completely invisible. By combining these 4 breakthrough technologies, Xiaomi is piecing together the puzzle of the world's first truly transparent smartphone. The idea of transparent technology is not entirely new. We have seen glimpses of it before, which makes Xiaomi's ambition even more interesting. For several years, companies like LG and Panasonic have showcased large, transparent OLED screens at tech expos. These are often presented as futuristic displays for retail stores, museum exhibits, or smart windows in a home. For example, LG launched a transparent OLED TV that you could actually buy. When it was off, you could see the wall behind it, and when it was on, the picture would appear to float in space. These were incredible demonstrations of what was possible with display technology. However, there is a massive difference between a large, stationary transparent TV and a handheld, fully functional smartphone. The TV still had a bulky, opaque base where all the essential electronics, the processor, the speakers, the power supply, and all the ports were hidden. It was only the screen that was transparent. The challenge Xiaomi is tackling with Project Crystal is on a completely different level. They are not just making a transparent screen, they are trying to make the entire device transparent. This means miniaturizing all those components and then making them invisible, a feat no one has accomplished before in a consumer product. Past attempts at transparent phones were also very different. You might remember phones like the Nothing phone or Xiaomi's own Mi8 Explorer Edition, which featured transparent back panels. While these were cool designs that gave you a peek at the components inside, they were more of an aesthetic trick. The components you saw were often just decorative covers placed over the real hardware, and the front of the phone with its opaque display was completely normal. Project Crystal is not about showing the components. It's about making them disappear entirely, creating a device that is see-through from front to back. This is true transparency, not just a design gimmick. This is why Xiaomi's ambition is so groundbreaking. They are taking a concept that has been confined to trade show floors and niche, large-format products and are attempting to put it into the palm of your hand. This requires a convergence of multiple next-generation technologies: transparent displays, invisible circuits, see-through batteries, and hidden cameras, all working together in a small, portable, and durable package. If they succeed, it will not be an iteration on an old idea, but the creation of a brand new one, setting a standard that could define the next generation of personal electronics far beyond just phones. So, the big question is, why? Why is Xiaomi pouring so much time, money, and effort into a project that is so incredibly difficult and risky? The answer comes down to one word: innovation. For years, the smartphone market has felt stagnant. Each new release brings a slightly better camera, a slightly faster processor, and maybe a new color. But true, game-changing innovation has been rare. Xiaomi sees this as a golden opportunity. By developing a transparent smartphone, they are not just making a new product, they are making a powerful statement that they are the new leaders in innovation. They are breaking the cycle of incremental updates. This is a strategic move to capture market leadership, not just in sales volume, but in perception. Currently, Apple is widely regarded as the design and innovation leader. When Apple introduces a feature, the rest of the industry tends to follow. Xiaomi wants to flip that script. By launching a product as revolutionary as a transparent phone, they can become the company that sets the trends. This would force even Apple to play catch-up, a situation we have not seen in many years. It's a high-stakes gamble, but if it pays off, the reward is immense, becoming the most innovative and forward-thinking brand in the world's biggest consumer electronics market. Furthermore, this risk is deeply embedded in Xiaomi's corporate culture. The company has a history of experimenting with bold ideas, from the wraparound screen of the Mi Mix Alpha to their early adoption of high-wattage fast charging. They have shown that they are not afraid to launch concept devices to test the waters and showcase their engineering prowess. Project Crystal is the ultimate expression of this philosophy. It serves as a halo product, a device that might not sell in massive numbers initially, but will generate enormous buzz and elevate the perception of the entire Xiaomi brand. People will see Xiaomi as a company that builds the future. Finally, looking at the calendar, today, being January 16th, 2026, we can see the context. With the expected launch happening around this time, Xiaomi is positioning this as the next big leap for the second half of the decade. The industry is hungry for something new, and consumers are tired of look-alike phones. By taking this risk, Xiaomi is betting that the market is ready for a radical change. They are not just building a phone, they are building a symbol of the future. This gamble is their bid to secure a legacy, to be remembered not just as a company that made great value phones, but as the company that showed the world what was next. While the idea of a transparent smartphone is incredibly exciting, we have to be practical. Namaskar. As an engineer, I can tell you that turning this concept into a reliable, everyday device is filled with enormous challenges. The first and most obvious concern is privacy. If your phone screen is transparent, what's to stop the person standing behind you on the metro or in a queue from seeing your private messages, your banking information, or the password you are typing? The very feature that makes the phone unique could also be its biggest security flaw. Companies would need to develop some kind of privacy filter or a mode that makes the background opaque with a single tap. Another major hurdle is durability. A device that is essentially a thin slab of glass sounds beautiful, but it also sounds incredibly fragile. We all know the heart-stopping feeling of dropping our current phones, which are protected by metal frames and reinforced glass. A fully transparent phone would likely have fewer structural reinforcements. How would it hold up to daily bumps, scratches, and the inevitable accidental drop? The materials used would have to be extraordinarily strong, like advanced forms of Gorilla Glass or sapphire, but even then, the perception of fragility could make many consumers hesitant to buy such an expensive device. Then there is the question of battery life, which is a critical factor for any smartphone user. The new solid-state transparent battery technology is groundbreaking, but it is also unproven. Will it be able to provide the same all-day battery life that we expect from our current phones? New technologies often have trade-offs, and it's possible that the first generation of transparent phones will have a significantly shorter battery backup. This would be a major drawback for a flagship device, especially one that is expected to come with a very high price tag. People will not trade a full day of use for aesthetics alone. Finally, let's talk about repairs. If you thought repairing your current flagship phone was expensive, imagine the cost of fixing a transparent one. The components, the MicroLED screen, the graphene circuits, the transparent battery are all custom-made, cutting-edge technologies. They are not standard, off-the-shelf parts. If you crack the screen, or if the battery fails, a repair would likely be extremely difficult and prohibitively expensive. It might even be impossible to repair, requiring a full replacement. These practical, real-world challenges of privacy, durability, battery life, and repairability must be solved before transparent phones can move from being a niche curiosity to a mainstream reality. So, assuming Xiaomi overcomes these challenges and launches Project Crystal, who will actually buy this phone? Initially, this will not be a device for everyone. Given its expected high price, rumored to be anywhere from 2 lakh to 3.5 lakh rupees, the first wave of users will be tech enthusiasts, early adopters, and those who want to own a piece of the future. It will be a status symbol, a luxury item that signals you are at the cutting edge of technology. Designers, artists, and fashion-forward individuals will be drawn to its unique aesthetic, seeing it as a statement piece as much as a functional device. It is for those who value form just as much as function. Beyond being a luxury item, the transparent phone has the potential for some truly powerful real-world use cases, especially in professional fields. Imagine an architect standing at a construction site, holding up their transparent phone. They could overlay the digital blueprint of the building directly onto the real-world view, seeing exactly how the final structure will look. An interior designer could show a client how different furniture would look in their room in real time. This seamless integration of the digital and physical worlds through a clear screen makes it an ideal device for advanced augmented reality applications, far beyond what is possible with current phones. So, will transparent phones become common? It is unlikely that they will replace all conventional smartphones overnight. The first generation will be a limited edition concept, a glimpse of what is to come. However, if the technology proves viable and the price begins to come down over several years, we could see transparent elements incorporated into more mainstream devices. Perhaps we will see transparent laptops, tablets, or smartwatches. This innovation could kickstart a whole new design trend across the tech industry. It has the potential to be the next major revolution, much like the introduction of the first touchscreen smartphone was. In conclusion, we stand at a very exciting moment. Xiaomi's Project Crystal has the potential to be a turning point, challenging Apple's long-held design supremacy and forcing the entire industry to innovate. While practical challenges remain, the ambition is undeniable. The question is not just whether Xiaomi can dethrone Apple, but whether this new technology can fundamentally change our relationship with our devices. The future is not just about faster chips or better cameras. It is about creating technology that integrates more seamlessly into our lives. and a transparent phone might just be the clearest window into that future we have seen yet.